Hey everyone, Alex is here. Today, I wanted to say you some of the thoughts about the workflow, how we are working with our projects, and maybe some new understanding how we can make it a little bit different. Let's try. So, what is my idea? I was walking and thinking about our workflow, how we're creating applications. My wife was asking me some things about that and how it usually has been working. It depends on what you're having. For example, Kanban, maybe you have, how does it call? Forgot. Like analogs of for Kanban. And basically, we have requests from the user. We have what product analytics has been saying that's good or not. Designing, for example, we have development, testing. Kanban is a little bit different, but also like based on the tests. And we have one key thing here. Always not to create ideal product, because it's like it cannot be done. Like ideally we should work on the business needs. Do you know the thing that someone can try to create something ideal, but someone who didn't make that launched his product, like the same one, and that product is better than the person who was trying to make that ideal first, because ideal products are mostly haven't been done never, because it's so long to create that, a lot of the little pieces, all the corner cases. That is the thing that you cannot firstly understand, and of course that's understandable. And the thing here is that we are trying to create not ideal product as fast as we can to the business, to take some feedback from the users what we can improve. But what do I see? I was using some of the products not a long time ago based on some of the physical things, and I found out that the problems right now are more critical thing than it was before. The problem looks like it will be forever for some reason. Even when we know that we're creating amazing application, a lot of the developers are now out of the AI tools, it can be fixed faster. But I see when we are creating a new application, a new feature, and this feature doesn't work, at least I don't want to use it one more time. And I've asked that a couple of friends, they told the same thing, and all of them told one same thing, that it was much better in this way before that. We have been so relying on that, because I think the problem that right now we're more and more relying on such products. That depends how good is that. That depends. We have the thing that we should not try to create ideal products, but let's try to think in a little bit different way. Create ideal product, ideal project, anything that really from the first thought cannot be. And how that could be done? Right now we have a lot of the libraries, a lot of the frameworks that help us to create applications. But we have AI that mostly changed everything, that I think is ideal for creating templates, for the skeleton of the feature or application that you wanted to have. And here is important thing. Even if we'll have robots for constructing something, we still should have maybe not so many people, but still someone to, not even to maintain, to double check everything. We can have another AI to double check such things, but it's still the question. The most important thing is the business needs, and create now, finally, real projects. We have so many frameworks, libraries, experiences that instantly can help us to create real projects. When we're creating, for example, website through Lovable, or fix something with Cursor, it merely creates a ideal solution for that, based on the templates. When we're creating something new that wasn't been experienced before, we cannot always create something very good. But when you're working, for example, at Meta, Apple, and Amazon, you see the different thing that you're trying to nearly overthink whatever you can, but make it ideal. And can you imagine such application as Instagram made a new feature and they had it back? The problem that it will be fixed. Some users will come back, but some will have still in mind that it doesn't work. That's one of the things I personally think what happened with Apple Maps in Europe, for example. As I have seen, it wasn't working as well as Google Maps. And still these days, a lot of the people don't think that they're working good, and in general that they're working. And that's understandable why. But it's the question. What is currently the importance of creation ideal products instantly? Maybe project analytics designers, programmers, framework developers should create some to-dos, some components that we already have with a lot of the libraries once more time. For example, we're creating an application or website. Right now we can see that with TV, with Apple Watch, but that's corner case. Not a lot of the people here will be seeing that. But what if we can have the same React that based on the AI features, based on some additional fields, can say, for example, your website is not being optimized for working with Apple Watch, with tablets, with TV, with some side effects, side corners, because I think all the side corners that people think, oh, they're so loud, we cannot think about all the side corners. I think maybe a lot of them we can instantly discover. A lot of them can be discovered even by AI right now. So an idea here is to go from the thinking that we cannot create ideal products. Maybe we can. And let's focus in not on the creation templates by the code. I'm talking about developers more, because a lot of developers still creation even templates of the application from the scratch, not using AI. I think that right now we can use AI for create such things. We can create some prompts for working with some side corners, especially when we have context of our application. But right now, maybe we should concentrate on side corners and make it as ideal as we can. Maybe that's only my experience with some of the projects, but I really have seen this problem. Then we have a lot of the fixes for some feature that wasn't so ideal. We haven't been thinking about all the users, some of the users had corner case and etc. And why we should take a lot of the time thinking about this corner case. This corner case breaks our application. Yes, we have such things, but maybe that isn't the new era of applications. When we have right now the problem, not of the creating things that already are created, but trying to create it ideal. So ideal as we can do that. The problem here, we cannot make a lot of the new features. But that's why I have a question to you. What is better? More features or less feature, but more stability? So stability or features? What is more important for you? For example, even with YouTube, they have auto-dubbing. On speaking, for me, it's an incredible thing. It's really amazing. I was looking for that for a long time. Is it ideal? Not, of course. We see that it's in the beta and etc. That's one of the ways how to work with that, because even we're not insured by all the time small features. No, we will have big features as this one, and the feature that haven't been explored by anyone. But we should, I think, fix something with the thing that a lot of people turned off the auto-dubbing, because it's not so humanable for them. It's not so good for them, and that's, of course, understandable. But let's just see how will be auto-dubbing even at this video. I hope that it will be turned on for this one. This year, when this video will be published, and the next year, I think it will be incredible different. But a lot of people will still have this feature turned off. Maybe it should be so incredibly good, so everyone wanted to turn it back on. But say user to create something, to make something, for example, turn the settings on, is harder than instantly making the product ideal. That's the thing. But such application, such feature cannot be instantly be created ideal, because we should try it out. We should try it with a lot of the users. That's the thing. That's a big question, of course. I even don't know what to say for you. Maybe we can make, for example, we have up in the great way, or the feature is not in the beta right now, and we want to suggest for you to turn on this thing. That's a thing better. I haven't seen that in the other applications. That's just the thoughts that they had, and I was thinking, why cannot say that for you? I wasn't been doing that for a long time. That's all, and I hope that you like even to discover some new information, new thoughts. That's not always ideal. I just saying what I'm thinking, and together with commenting that out, saying that more, we can find something incredible, something that will change the life for the users and for us. I hope so, at least. So please write down in the comments, what do you think about that? Should we create more features or make features more stable and instantly ideal? Or ideal for at least 99%. Of course, we have some small bugs, for example, that could come, and okay, we cannot think about them a lot, but we really have the problem that we know that there will be these problems, that people will say these things, and we're still doing that. That's the thing. We're looking for your comments. See you next video. Bye.